Go!
Oh.
Captain, what'll happen with that robber baron from Apollonia now that we've captured him?
You mean Jules? He'll stay with us. Lord Samine has already taken him on. Of himself, Lord Samine won't trust him.
Why did he take on a bandit? I have to admit he's a skillful swordsman, but he's still just a common bandit.
Not so common. They say he's of noble birth, so Lord Samine didn't have much choice.
Such a good swordsman could prove to be quite handy.
True, if he proves himself, that is.
And how should he do that?
Clearly, we didn't wipe out his old gang of bandits in Apollonia, so he's got to catch the rest of his people that are still on the rampage.
How did Jules end up?
He's a noble, so Lord Samine took him into his service.
What? Why would he do that?
That's the nobility and their rules for you. A peasant would get the noose right away, but the lords play a different game together.
And you don't have a problem with that, Captain?
I don't, but I'll keep a close eye on him, trust me. But anyway, there's all sorts in service in Samine. You can't do a job like this for long without getting dirty hands.
I expect the same applies to you?
My hands might be dirty, but my conscience is clean. There's some folk might tell you a different story, but that's how it goes.
What happened with the blacksmith's hands in the end?
A fine pair of rascals they were. His lordship let the younger fella be, Franzi. He swore on the cross that he didn't want no part in thievery, and it was that cousin of his, the older fella, Fencer, what talked him into it. So he kept him here as a hand. His lordship has a kind heart.
And how did Venser end up?
Not good. Lord Samine had him strung up from a tree near here. Normally we'd have sent for the executioner, but time was pressing.
I think I've heard all I'd like to learn.
What do you want to know?
I'm interested.
All right. My, what a beautiful horse.
Oh, excuse me.
Pebbles! My girl! I thought they killed you down by that pond.
What can I do for you?
I'll have a look at the ware.
Nothing to your liking, sir?
I'd like my horse bathed.
I'll get right to it, but it will coin up front.
What if it's just a...
That works.
Here you go then.
Now then, where is this beauty of yours? You two can get going now.
Quick! Quick! Whoa! Whoa! That's deep, eh? Ja!
Whoa! Whoa!
Greetings to you.
Lord be with you.
Have you already taken care of your band?
Don't you start with that too.
So you didn't.
After you attacked me in Apollonia. I'm so battered I can hardly wipe my own arse. Old man Samine will just have to be a bit more patient.
No, you wouldn't be making excuses by any chance.
And why would I do that, you genius?
Because you're afraid of them?
You bet I am. But seriously, wouldn't you be afraid if you were in my place?
I'm done with being scared.
Well, if you had any sense, you'd be afraid. But what do I know? Maybe it's better if you believe in yourself and have no idea what's going on. These aren't any ordinary thieves. They're a bunch of the most depraved whoresons I've ever met. What do you think? Would you fancy tackling them?
Yeah. Just tell me what I need to do.
So listen up. From what I've heard, there's another 4 of those scum roaming the countryside. I'd bet my boots that a few more will hitch up with them in time, so it won't be easy. You can start with Canker.
Canker? Interesting name. Why is he called that?
He already had that name when he joined us. I reckon they started calling him that on account of how he's rotten to the core.
If you say so.
Hey, don't be cheeky, youngster.
Where can I find him?
I don't know. I only know that he and his band were ambushing travelers on the road from Troskovitz to the Nabarkov mill.
So how do you want to find him then?
Easy. I'd wait for him to find me. With a little luck, he'll ambush you in one of those places too. Or one of his people will.
You don't have a better idea?
What did you expect? That I'd search the whole forest for him. Go ahead and try and find him that way if you like. But I think you're more likely to roll straight 6s and dice.
What do you know about Canker?
He likes to disguise himself as a monk and ambush travelers. He looks convincing in a robe. But otherwise he's an awful heathen. Always drunk. Just like the rest of his band.
That could be useful.
Definitely. If you get lucky.
What do you know about his band?
Not much. We've never seen them all together, so I can't even tell you how many of them there are. But there won't be many. Canker has never dared tackle anything too big. Usually just some poor souls on their travels.
That's enough for me.
Well, good luck, lad. Oh, and I almost forgot. When you're done, bring me Canker's mace. As proof.
I'll think about it.
See you soon, my friend.
Greetings.
Greetings.
Came barging in here.
Christ be praised, sir.
Greetings to you.
Silly doggy.
You mangy mutt.
Sit. Stay. Nice.
Heal.
That looks like the hired hand, Venser from Apollonia. And by the looks of it, Lord Samine didn't go easy on him.
Whoa, whoa.
Quick! Die! Gah!
Whoa. Whoa, whoa.
Interesting. Interesting.
That's more like it.
Interesting. Interesting. Nice. Beautiful. What a view. Quick! Wait! Ka! Quick! Go! Go!
Whoa!
Beg you, lad, have mercy on a poor man.
Scram! Right now!
tough before I kill you.
Nice one. Great. Great.
Now you're gonna get it. Alert! Alert!
Yeah, don't spare him! You led him on nicely. Take that fucker out! One, you'll pay for that.
You wanna try me?
Fuck! Let's get out of here! Attack!
Quick! Go!
Huh? How now, Goodman? You might be interested in some of these nice wares.
I'm interested in this. My name is Henry. Where are you travelling from, peddler?
I wouldn't call it travelling. More like fucking fleeing. Barely made it with the shirts on our backs. Oh, by the by, folks call me Mikula.
That sounds like a Hungarian raid. Was it?
How do I know who the fuck it was? One morning I see smoke billowing from the village over the hill. I wasn't going to hang around, so I grabbed Grandad, my wife and daughter, and we took off.
What about your lord? Didn't his people help you?
Our gracious lord has been in captivity somewhere in Saxony for over a year now. And who knows? Maybe it's his envious relatives involved in that nasty business. Yeah, they just don't give a shit about ordinary folk.
What do you do for a living, Mikula?
I'm a hard-working craftsman. I make candles and the best soap in the land.
The best soap?
Indeed. Do you know why, lad? Because I have a family recipe. 100 years old it is. The secret is 7 herbs from all the seasons of the year.
Are you yanking my pizzle? Who ever heard of herbs in winter?
And that, my friend, is precisely the secret.
And with wares such as those, I can ply my trade anywhere. Ha ha!
If you have anything for sale, Mikula, I'd be happy to take a look.
That's what I like to hear. Take your pick.
Let's talk about... Do we have a deal?
We're near. Aye, that'll do. I'm glad you found what you were looking for, sir.
Here you go. Take it. Come here, boy.
God be with you. Ugh, what a mess. Something's missing. Did I forget to add salt?
God bless you, sir.
I have that document from the rat house for you.
Excellent. I knew I could count on you.
Judging by the contents, it seems like you're dabbling in alchemy here at the mill.
That's not a bad guess. But don't forget about astrology, theurgy, transmutation, and a smidgen of demonology. Although that's something anyone with a grain of sense should avoid. Now show it to me, so I can finally get the knowledge. Good. Good. This will come in handy. Ah, yes. Of course.
What now?
That much? We're going to need more. A lot more.
Did you hear me? What now?
Sorry. I got lost in thought. I owe you my thanks as well as reward for getting me the document. And maybe another little job? What do you say?
Don't tell me you've forgotten. I need to get to that wedding in Semin.
Don't worry. Your path is leading that way. Only it'll be a little longer than expected.
Are you yanking my pizzle?
Not at all. I'll get you to the wedding as sure as the heavens are above me, and the fire of the Creator is within me. But you'll have to wait a while. Besides, things are about to get really interesting. Step by step, we're moving closer to the great revelation.
Enough. I'm sick of listening to your cryptic blabbering. Supposing you first initiate me into the mysteries of your enchanting mill. This isn't any run-of-the-mill business, so to speak. I smell something devilish here.
Devilish? Not at all. You guessed it. It's nothing less than high learning. Alchemy! And when I say alchemy, I mean real alchemy. Not some hocus-pocus brewing of potions for creaky joints and bellyache.
Tell me more about it, then. Maybe I'll learn something useful.
I suppose. You are my apprentice, after all. You deserve to know what all of this is leading to. Now, pay close attention. I want to make a golem out of dough. Then, using secret alchemical practices in theurgy, bring him to life.
A golem, you say? Isn't that a kind of pie? What are you going to do with a living pie?
Henry, a golem is a helper brought to life using divine words. A living statue endowed with massive strength. Can be made of clay, wood, stone, basically anything. I'll make one out of flour. Studying the Jewish cabals, taught me a practice known as Masse Bereshit. A mystic can use it to imitate the work of God. Just imagine. You know how helpful a golem would be at the mill? Carrying sacks, pulling wagons, standing guard. He wouldn't be much smarter than Zinnik, but he'd have the strength of 10 men.
You're trying to play God? You know they could burn you at the stake for something like that. It's witchcraft.
Ah, horseshit. It's in the interest of the advancement and prosperity of mankind. Just look at the Bible. Moses could command the waters and speak to God through the element of fire. And Jesus brought the dead back to life. I've no doubt that if our great holy Mother Church had been around at the time, they'd have crucified Jesus the same as the Pharisees. And all the apostles would have been burned at the stake.
So a golem, you say, made of flour? For the good of mankind?
Exactly!
And what about the good of me? You promised me a reward.
You already know that you can learn the practical application of certain useful skills from me. But for a few groschen, we could discuss the art on a more, let's say, theoretical level.
I'm overwhelmed with gratitude. Supposing you give me a few groschen first, as a reward for bringing you the document, and then I'll decide whether to trade the coin for some learning.
Oh, see now, I completely forgot. Here you go. So you don't go around saying that Miller Crazel is a pinch purse. I added in what I owe for those sacks you carried. And if you want some more work, there's plenty.
What's this next job all about?
I need to find a saltpeter pit.
Never a wasted word, eh, Crazel?
Short and to the point. That's my credo.
And how long will it take before you tell me what a saltpeter pit is?
A saltpeter pit is a pit in which saltpeter is formed.
Saltpeter is niter, that I know. They're white crystals similar to salt, but I have no idea what you might need it for here at the mill. Or is it supposed to be some peculiar Crazel wedding gift for young Semine?
Nothing of the sort. The Kabbalistic doctrine speaks of saltpeter as a vessel for the inexhaustible essence of life. Those white crystals are said to contain the very essence of being. That's precisely what we need to give life to our golem. Thanks to the ingredients from Hermes Trismegistos, his feet will never get tired, and his fists will have the power to smash rocks. But saltpeter is the most important thing. Saltpeter will be the golem's heart.
So you're serious about this golem? And are you certain it'll work out?
Certainly. Otherwise, I wouldn't even try.
How much saltpeter will it take to bring to life such a big creature?
A lot. That's why I want you to find me a decent saltpeter pit. Do you understand?
I was hoping I'd learn something useful from you. But instead, you're making me wander around the countryside looking for some pit.
Well, you never know when an experience like that might come in handy.
All right, then. I'll look around for that saltpeter pit of yours. I just hope you know where to look, that you can point me in the right direction, and also that you'll get me into that wedding as a reward.
Yes, yes, and yes. Bonnie has a lead. She's a damned handy girl to have around. She can do anything you ask of her. But for you, the most important thing is that she knows how to look for niter, or saltpeter if you prefer.
So Bonnie is most likely a thief, am I right?
Bonnie is someone I trust without question, and you should too. Not only will she teach you how to find saltpeter, but also how to differentiate it from common salt. The main difference is it has kind of cooling taste.
Hold your horses. You want me to taste that nasty stuff?
If you don't taste it, you could confuse it with some nasty rot. You don't want that.
Damn right.
Don't be such a lily-liver, Henry. If Bonnie can taste saltpeter, so can you. She'll tell you the rest herself. You'll find her in the lair. That's a secret storage space I have here just by the pond. Only my best people can get in.
You have a secret storage space? You're full of surprises, Crazel.
What's so surprising about that?
Well, actually, it makes sense. I reckon you can't just make a golem in the mill. So how do I get to this lair?
There's a bridge over the mill stream towards the southwest. Take the path to the left, just behind it along the pond. From that path, you turn right, uphill, between the rocks, and you'll find yourself right in front of the lair. You can't miss it. Oh, and so I don't forget. You could pick some herbs along the way to see Bonnie. It would make her very happy. She's just been through some tough times. Her dog died, and on top of that, she has to spend time with that blabbermouth, Zinnik. On the other hand, Zinnik might be holding his tongue for a while after his encounter with the Troskowitz stocks.
If Bonnie spends time with Zinnik, she may want some spirits rather than herbs.
Bonnie? Never. Being a decent Christian, she avoids alcohol like the plague. Right along, so you're back as soon as possible.
To the lair. That's a good one. Great.
Quick! Whoa! Quick! Quick! Whoa!
You have a kind master. Good afternoon, sir.
I'm Henry, Miller Crazel's new apprentice. He sent me to search for a niter pit and said you might be able to help me with that.
Of course I will. I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
Bonnie? It's not a name I hear often.
It's not the name I was baptized with. In our craft, it ain't a good idea to tell people your real name. That's why we use nicknames. What should we call you?
Henry's fine.
Well, that's not very creative. You know what? I'll come up with a nickname for you myself when I get to know you better. Did you bring me something from the mill?
Actually, Crazel said you'd appreciate some herbs.
He's right there. Do you have some for me?
I'm sorry. I've got nothing for you.
I reckon I'll just have to scrape together the ingredients for that magic ritual myself.
What kind of magic ritual?
The kind where Zinnik finally gets some sense into his head and stops making stupid beginner's mistakes. Just so you know, that mess with the author of Hermes Trismegistos would never have happened to me. Not me. While we're on the subject of rituals, did Crazel tell you about the golem?
He did.
And what do you think of it?
Well, I think it's all a load of shit. Just some hocus-pocus to cover up shameless robbery.
Well now, so you're a bailiff's man and you're on our trail?
No. It's just I'm not as naive as you seem to think.
Look out! Behind you!
What?
Just testing how alert you are. You know, if a golem punches you, you won't get up again. Whether you're naive or not. But that's enough of that. We're not going to stand here talking about flower golems when we've barely just met. I'd like to chat with you too, Henry. Get to know you a bit. But if you're in a hurry to find Crazel's saltpeter, I won't keep you.
No. I have plenty of time. But where to start?
You know what? I'll start. When they caught Zeneg in Troskovitz, I was scared out of my mind that they'd catch me and clap me in the stocks. I had to hide out here for a while, so I haven't had anyone to talk to. Life in the lair isn't all fun and games. Zeneg and all the other mill knuckleheads were never worth much as company. So I'm glad the miller's finally found a normal hand for once. You've got a beautiful dog. What's his name?
Mutt.
What a cute fella. How did you find each other?
He belonged to this girl I knew, Teresa. She saved my life in my hometown, Skalitz, when I went to bury my parents.
Well, That's what I call an interesting past. I used to have a dog, but I don't anymore.
He died.
He started getting these lumps all over his body. He stopped eating, just slept all the time. And then, well, what's done is done. And what about you? What kind of family are you from? Also, thieves?
No. Pa was a blacksmith. I inherited something from him, I hope.
Oh, really? Would you teach me how to make, maybe, barrel hoops?
Those are pretty hard. Wouldn't you rather start with, maybe nails?
Sure. I'm pretty quick to learn and patient. That is, with one exception. When Crazel starts spouting off his alchemy theories, I'd rather run for the hills. What do you think of the old miller, anyway?
He seems awfully mystical. He has lots of experience, like as if he's lived for hundreds of years.
It's his beard that does that. Don't let it fool you. Thanks for talking to me. It really is good to have someone to pour my heart out to. But now, about that saltpeter. Before you came, and before Zeneg fucked up with the manuscript, we collected saltpeter all over the place, mainly in sties. It has to be scraped from the walls. Horrible work, time-consuming and annoying. I'm not going to lie to you. We also looked in a few chests, just in case. You know. Anyhow, now all the sties in the region are scraped clean and we're sitting pretty on a nice barrel of saltpeter.
Barrel is quite a lot.
For the whole Trotsky region, aye. Unfortunately, Crazel said we need at least 6 times as much.
6 times? Will one saltpeter pit be enough?
I reckon so. There should be as much as Crazel needs for his masterwork. If you're looking for it, you ought to know how saltpeter forms. Do you have any idea?
Certainly. You take a damp wall, like in a sty, you let the water evaporate from it, and you get this salty bloom.
That's right. But like I told you, all the sty walls in the region are scraped clean and we can't wait. Don't forget that saltpeter crystals are formed in places where something is rotting. It can be shit or carcasses. Well, a saltpeter pit is actually nothing more than a mass grave, the best natural saltpeter maker.
Crazel said saltpeter is a vessel for life energy. I get it that it's left over from dead bodies, but how do you get it from shit?
God's mysterious ways. You know how it is.
And he also wanted me to taste it. That's nonsense, though, isn't it?
Unfortunately, it isn't. Otherwise, you won't know if it's saltpeter or some other shit. It feels kind of cold on the tongue.
Jesus. And you know where to look for such a pit full of carcasses, do you?
Not exactly, but I have an idea. Times are evil and there's plenty of corpses. A person who's digging holes and throwing dead bodies into them and doesn't even know he's got a a saltpeter mine.
You mean a knacker?
Exactly. And the one we have here in the region is also the gravedigger.
Well, I haven't met him yet. Where can I find him?
The cemetery is beyond Troskovitz, towards the Apollonia rocks.
So I'm in for a walk to the cemetery.
Seems like it. Too bad you couldn't have walked around the county with us before. It was fun, and pretty useful experience. I learned a lot during that time, and I won't keep it to myself. I'd be happy to teach you something, if you want.
I'll keep that in mind.
That old gravedigger will be suspicious, so I'd bring him some kind of offering. He's always dragging those carcasses, so I'm sure he'd appreciate a slab of fresh meat from Troskovitz butcher.
Good idea.
He lives a short way from the cemetery, so at least the meat won't go bad on the way. Lots of luck, Henry. See you later, my friend.
What are you here for?
What's new around here?
Try asking around at that nomad camp up there in the rocks. I heard a woman there was looking for a blacksmith. A ranker, or something like that.
And wouldn't you know what she wants?
No, and I don't really care. These nomads are none of my business. And that's about it.
That sounds interesting. Thank you, blacksmith. I'll have a look at the wares. Let's talk about the...
Aye. I was glad to be of help to you. Good, sir.
Maybe I should have some spices. Well, that's not bad at all. No, it needs a bit more.
What would you like?
I'd like to discuss...
Well...
Do you...
More. Very well, then. I hope you'll be satisfied, my friend.
Greetings. What do you need?
They'll surely fall my way now. Would you like to play?
What game would you like to play?
Nice. As it should be.
Let's play.
Let's see what you've got.
I'll be right with you.
A beer.
What a load of...
Nice out today. Hope it lasts.
You have a kind master, hey, doggy?
There, that turned out all right. And now we'll see. It ain't going my way today. I hope you don't get that again.
Greetings.
You have a kind master, eh, Mutt?
And now I'll fuck it all up. Or not. Done. If you think it'll help you.
There. It looks better already.
Now I'll show you how it's done. Hopefully I'll do it again.
Why is this all sticky?
Holy shit.
You silly doggy. It's filthy again. Damn it.
Let it be now. I want to play too, you know. Fine then. It's not over yet. Curva! That was my favourite one!
I'd like to play...
What game would you like to play?
Masters!
Let's play.
I've heard about you, but you can't beat me. Have you lost your mind? You're going to lose everything.
I wonder what else today will bring.
I wonder how long I'll be stuck here today, eh?
Oh, what a day that was.
I could eat.
That's enough for me. Sacra! What a silly goose I am for playing.
Good boy.
You were suspiciously lucky. I'm going to keep my eye on you. Courage!
Interesting. What a view! Great.
I reckon it'll be a late one again.
Look what I have for you.
Aren't those dice sad you're just letting them sit there?
Run!
Courage!
Sit and bark.
What's that noise? Damned mutt. Call back that dog, or I'll report you for being a public nuisance. Leave it. Shoo!
Sit and bark.
Don't you dare piss on something. Get out! Aye, that's right. Just go away.
Call back that dog, or I'll report you for being a public nuisance.
Come here.
Leave it. Shoo! It seems you're reasonable after.
Stop that! Let it go now, you
Strangle
pig!
her.
I'll tear you a new arsehole, you fucker! I've been waiting for you! You'll get such a blow that you'll wake up on the pillory! Show what you're made of! I'll whip your arse so much you'll be looking forward to the cane! You'll get such a blow that you'll wake up on the pillory! Kurwa! I'm wounded! You're... Jesus! I'm... Christ! I'll whip your arse so much you'll be looking... What? Hey?
Sit and bark. Sit and bark.
What the... Why'd you do that? You deserve a kick in the teeth for what you've done. Stop! Pacify him, quick! You're the one shooting here. Shame on you.
You murderer! Why did you do that?
My God! You killed him!
Huh?
You fucking murderer!
careful! That's dangerous! You might end up shooting someone! Guards! Guards!
What are you waking me up for? Leave me alone.
What the? Why are you lying here?
Ah!
For the love of Christ! You're the one shooting here. Shame on you.
Heal. Sick.
What?
Enough! Leave me! Take that!
Someone help me! Guards! Someone help me!